Ever wondered why the word failure sends chills down your spine? It's a universal feeling, an icy touch of fear that can freeze our dreams and aspirations in their tracks. Failure, the formidable foe we all face, can be a daunting opponent. It has the power to silence our inner voices, dampen our spirits, and cloud our vision with doubt. But what if we told you that failure isn't the villain it's often made out to be? What if failure, in its raw, unadorned form, is not a dead end, but a detour to a better path? The fear of failure, while natural, can also be a powerful motivator, a catalyst for change, and a stepping stone to success. It's time we reframe this narrative and embrace failure, not as a setback, but as an opportunity for growth and learning. Join me today as we explore the fear of failure and how to overcome it. Let's delve into the inspiring stories of individuals who've turned their failures into stepping stones for success. Our first tale is one of a budding author who faced countless rejection letters from publishers. Each letter was a blow, a seeming confirmation of her worst fears. Perhaps she wasn't cut out to be a writer after all, but instead of giving in to the fear, she took each rejection as a challenge. She honed her craft, she learned from her mistakes, and she persevered. Today she's a best-selling author whose books have touched the hearts of millions around the world. Then there's the story of an aspiring entrepreneur. His first business venture was a disaster, leading to significant financial losses. It would have been easy to see this as a sign to give up, to accept that maybe the world of business wasn't meant for him. But he didn't see it that way. He saw it as a lesson, a costly one, but a lesson nonetheless. He learned from his mistakes, adjusted his strategies, and launched a new venture. And today his company is a leader in its field, a testament to his resilience and determination. Our third story is about a young athlete who faced a career-ending injury. It was a devastating blow, one that threatened to shatter her dreams. But she refused to let it break her spirit. She faced her fear of never playing again. She worked tirelessly on her recovery, and she fought her way back onto the field. Her comeback story is one of incredible strength and resilience. And lastly, let's talk about a teacher who tried to innovate in the classroom and faced resistance from every corner. His ideas were deemed too radical, too out of the box. Faced with such opposition, it would have been easy to just conform and give up on his vision. But he didn't. He believed in his methods, and he fought for them. And today, his innovative teaching strategies are being implemented in schools across the nation, changing the way we think about education. These stories are proof that failure doesn't have to be the end. It can be the start of something even greater. Each of these individuals faced significant setbacks. They all tasted the bitterness of failure. But instead of letting it define them, they used it as an opportunity for growth. They took their failures, learned from them, and used them to propel themselves towards their goals. Remember, in the face of failure, you have a choice. You can let it break you, or you can let it make you. So, the next time you stumble, remember these stories. Remember that failure isn't a sign of inadequacy, but an opportunity for growth. And who knows? Your story of triumph could be the next inspiration for someone else. These stories are proof that failure doesn't have to be the end. It can be the start of something even greater. Imagine if we could see failures not as setbacks, but as feedback. This simple shift in perspective can be a game changer. When we view failure as feedback, it no longer becomes something we fear, but rather a tool for improvement. It's like a compass, guiding us in the right direction. Each failure then becomes a message, telling us what didn't work and nudging us towards what might. It's a process of trial and error, but each error brings us closer to success. So the next time you stumble, remember, it's not a dead end. It's a sign that you're challenging yourself, stepping out of your comfort zone, and most importantly, learning. It's an integral part of your journey towards growth and success. So let's embrace this new outlook. Let's stop fearing failure and start using it as a stepping stone towards our goals. Remember, every stumble is an opportunity to learn, grow, and become better. No voiceover, soothing instrumental music plays over a calming background for a few seconds. What if I told you that your mindset can make all the difference? That's right, it's all about adopting a growth mindset. This is a belief that your abilities and intelligence are not fixed, but can be developed and enhanced through effort, perseverance, and yes, even failure. A growth mindset helps us approach challenges not with fear, but with curiosity and a willingness to learn. It allows us to see failure not as a dead end, but as a detour, a new path leading us to better understanding and improved skills. Imagine viewing your failures as opportunities for growth, as stepping stones towards your goals. Imagine the power you'd feel in knowing that every setback is actually setting you up for a comeback. That's the transformative power of a growth mindset. So believe in your abilities, persist through difficulties, and watch how you grow. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Stepping out of your comfort zone can be daunting, but what if that's exactly what you need to do? Taking smart risks is an integral part of personal and professional growth. It's like venturing into uncharted territory, equipped with nothing but your courage, determination, and a compass of knowledge. But why take risks at all, especially when the fear of failure looms large? Well, let's think about this. Imagine a world where everyone played it safe, where no one stepped out of their comfort zones. Can you envision the lack of innovation, creativity, and progress in such a world? Our greatest achievements, breakthroughs, and discoveries have all been born out of a willingness to take risks. Yet the phrase taking risks often conjures up images of reckless behavior. But that's not what we're advocating here. We're talking about calculated risks, the kind of risks that are well thought out, where potential downsides have been considered and contingency plans put into place. So how do you know when to take a risk? Here's a simple rule of thumb. When the potential for growth outweighs the potential for loss, it's a risk worth taking. If a risk can lead you to grow, learn, and move closer to your goals, then it's a smart risk. But remember, taking risks does not guarantee success. There will be times when things don't work out as planned, and that's okay. Because it's not about the outcome, it's about the journey, the experiences, the lessons learned. It's about stepping into the unknown and finding out what you're truly capable of. And when we approach risk-taking with this mindset, we start to see failure in a different light. It becomes less about falling short and more about gaining insights. We start to understand that each failure is a stepping stone, not a stumbling block on the path to success. So, take that leap of faith, embrace the unknown, and let your experiences teach you. Because when you start taking smart risks, you're not just living, you're thriving. Let's recap what we've learned today. We've embarked on a journey, shedding light on a topic that can be intimidating to many. Failure. But as we've discovered, it doesn't have to be. Failure, rather than a dead end, can be a springboard to success. Our first takeaway is to see failure as feedback. Each stumble, each setback, is not a character flaw or a sign of incompetence. It's a learning opportunity, a chance to grow, to refine our approach, and to come back stronger. It's a stepping stone on the path to success, not a roadblock. Our next insight is the importance of adopting a growth mindset. This is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and perseverance. It's about meeting challenges with curiosity, seeing them not as insurmountable obstacles, but as puzzles to be solved, lessons to be learned. It's about understanding that growth comes from struggle, and that every challenge is a chance to evolve. We also discussed the significance of taking smart risks. Fear of failure can often hold us back, keeping us locked in our comfort zones. But stepping out, trying new things, and embracing the lessons learned along the way are essential for growth and progress. Remember, the only real failure is not trying at all. And let's not forget the importance of self-compassion. We're all human and we all stumble. Beating ourselves up over our missteps doesn't help us grow. It just keeps us stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and fear. So be kind to yourself. Treat each failure as a learning experience, not as a personal flaw. Finally, the importance of perseverance. Don't let failure stop you in your tracks. Instead, use it as fuel to propel you towards your goals. Keep your eyes on the prize, learn from your mistakes, and keep moving forward. Change your perspective on failure, embrace it as a part of your journey, and watch how you soar to new heights.